Mic check. There we go. Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. What am I playing? I'm playing a Seasons game with Fofo, Baked Bread, and Dough Academy. Looks like we're playing EGIKWM France deck, G456, and a couple of Blackjack Davies collection things, looks like. So it's mostly E to G6 with a couple extra cards from the season's collections of Blackjack Davies made. So better start looking at cards. Only one I don't recognize is Root Digger. Whenever you use the take on vegetable space, you may also plow a field. Plowing one field at a time is not that powerful, and plowing a field and vegetable together is nice, but that space is generally more contested. It doesn't combo with plows, stuff like that. And you can't get it going really early like you can Field Warden or Field Watchman. Got Hoarder, Plow Driver, Sheep Farmer, Tavern Keeper. Nothing I'm super excited with. What do I want to first pick? Like, probably these are the best four cards. Maybe Childcare Worker, Tavern Keeper, maybe, but like these three are pretty weak generally. Woodcarver can be good, but it really depends on the situation. Usually you need a bunch of wood miners. So what's the combination that I want? And with a combination that's realistic. Do I just first pick Plow Driver, hope to wheel Hoarder? That should never happen. But Plow Driver Root Digger seems like a bad combo. And I might get Root Digger back, so I kind of don't want to take Plow Driver. I think, like, Hoarder's a bit weaker than Plow Driver, but I think it fits into more games a bit better. I don't mind first, like, honestly, I like Tavern Keeper, but I don't want to first pick it, just because there's some games that it just really does not fit into. So, we got Renaissance Man, Visionary, Miser's pretty weak. There's Shepherd Boy. I mean, I could take Visionary and try to hope to wheel Truffle Digger, but even then, you need like something to really spend your food on most of the time. Could still take Visionary though. Like, I don't think Renaissance Man is coming back. I don't think Granger's coming back, but Truffle Digger might come back. Um, I'm not super excited about any of these picks, to be honest. Visionary is defensible. Wow, and then there's Master Fencer, so I'm kind of feeling sad about that. But there's also Coal Investor, which is a solid card. Lure Maker. You receive 2 wood when you play this. Each time you use fishing, you may place 1 wood from your supply on this card to get a bonus point. You can use this wood to pay for improvements. Interesting. Play this, exchange a grain for any 2 building resources. If you do, so you're turning a grain into 2 building resources and getting a field. Okay. I could take Coal Investor. Sure. I'm shipping a bit of a stone combo, so I have to keep that in mind. Um, I, I kind of like Storehouse Minder with Hoarder, which It's not obvious that they go to. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a thing, but it's not the greatest. But I think I don't really have a reason to play Visionary. Barnmaster is probably the strongest card here. Pioneer is okay. Pioneer's okay. Pioneer's stronger than Storehouse Minder. They've got Barnmaster and Horseman, but I'm not getting two of them. I'm only getting one of them. Could also take Scapegrace here and just play like Coal Investor Scapegrace. Also a reasonable option here because my Ox are quite weak. Maybe that's what I should do. My Ox are very weak. Yeah. I like Storehouse Minder. But yeah, I don't really think I have support for Barnmaster. Or haven't seen support for it. So Tavern Keeper Childcare Worker is what came back. I like Tavern Keeper. So now with Tavern Keeper, Coal Investor, Hoarder, now it's starting to look like, okay, build rooms, build at least 2 rooms, you know, score more in terms of housing, get a lot of building resources, use those, not so much maybe farm points. It's one option. So Truffle Digger did come back. I guess I draft it. I'm a bit surprised nobody picked up the Shepherd Boy, but if Doe Academy is the one with the if Doe Academy is the one with the plow driver, I imagine they'll take that. So Lure Maker is a 2-wood action that the wood that you place on it you get back, assuming you have at least 1 wood improvement, versus like Stone Delivery Men. I mean, I think I'd take Lure Maker just because it's a 2-wood action, but I don't know. Man, guest room and Stonehouse extension. Oh man. All right. Then we've got Sleeping Corner here too. Jeez. All right. So, got to think about this a little bit. I think I do not have the support for guest room. The thing that would support guest room would be me playing like Visionary Truffle Digger weirdly and then getting a bunch of food that way. That's one possible option. The Farm School I don't have great support for. Don't love passing Stonehouse Extension here. Especially given I know plow drivers out there. That feels like that's giving away a lot. Salty Tavern. Each feeding phase you may convert 1 grain into 1 food and 1 point. So okay, let's look at this plus Tavern Keeper. Just for curiosity's sake. So this plus Tavern Keeper, you're getting 2 food and a point. And then you're adding a food, which gives you more food in the future. I don't hate that. Like, assuming you do this for the first 2 harvests, then you're getting a good amount of food for the rest of the game. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I might come back though. I don't think I need to take it here. And then what I could do is I could focus on a grain game and try to get Sleeping Corner online and grow a bit later. It's a bit interesting. I really don't, like, aside from building sheep coming out in round 1 and building the first fireplace, I really do not have the food support for guest room. I could take Stonehouse Extension just because I have Tavern Keeper, and like one extra Tavern Keeper proc might be meaningful. Go for a 5-room Stonehouse. Maybe that's the play here. I'm less interested in Sleeping Corner when I'm building a bunch of rooms, and the rooms are coming before Sleeping Corner would come online. Man, we got Slapdash Reno here for the plow driver player. I mean, I don't dislike Slapdash Reno myself. The other option here would be Hayrake. Hayrake might come back. All right, I'll take the Slapdash Reno here. My stone cost is kind of getting up there a little bit, which I don't love. Corral is a solid card. Yeah, I could pretty easily take Corral here. What about something like Winter Garden? Winter Garden, 2 grain. Yeah, no, Sleeping Corner I think is dead. I think I could take Corral here. Especially if I got the Hayrake back, then that would really give me my game plan. My game plan would be Corral for 3 fields, plowing 4 times with Hayrake, 5-room stone house. Man, is nobody doing a feeding game, like a baking game? Cork tree. Add up to 3 wood from your supply. At this same amount from the supply once per turn when you pay a cost with wood, you may use a wood from this card and receive a food. This is just like a really easy start player action because you're going to get the wood back. So it's you're banking it, but like you're banking it. The cork tree seems like there's very little downside. The downside is you can't use multiple wood at once, but you're getting more wood overall. Like if you place 2 wood here, you're essentially only banking 1 because you're going to get 1 back right away, and then you're getting up to 2 more. Plus, you're getting some food, up to 4 food. Yeah, that just seems like a solid. Yeah, cork tree seems solid. I'm a little. Those first 2 picks were a little counter drafting the plow driver, knowing that's out there, and being a bit afraid that that just might be the best thing in the game right now. So okay, what's the Salty Tavern line? It's I play Tavern Keeper, I play Salty Tavern, I probably play Cork Tree. Okay, so I need 2 miners, Salty Tavern, Cork Tree. I need to play Tavern Keeper, 3 actions. I need to take wood twice, right? Because I'm gonna need Cork Tree could give me 2 wood. Cork Tree could give me 1 wood at most on spending wood twice. So I would need 2 3-wood actions. I would need sorry, 1, 2, 3, 2 wood actions, a reed action, a clay action, and then I probably do another, like 2 reedstone foods or a reed and a food. So it is technically possible. think there's like no way I'm making the thing. I have to imagine punter is not good here. Because like someone would have taken it, but and this I think is just points at the end of the game. Dairy supply. I'm not sure if this salty tavern is worth it, but it's a little bit like dentist in terms of the game long payout could be really great. And normally, when you get grain early, you want to turn that grain, you want to score points from grain because you're also like plowing and stuff and you need to bake. But like, I'm not baking. I'm okay, honestly, with ending the game with one grain in my supply and having converted two into food with my salty tavern. And using my fields to hold animals in. I don't know. Not getting the I might have trouble plowing enough. That could be a thing that I have trouble with this game. But if I have a 5-room stone house, that's some points. All right, first 3 wood action. So I have no problem wheeling cork tree. So we've got miser and childcare worker coming down as the first occupations for our opponents. Last played card extension is working in Kappa. Yeah. Hey, HIKLJ, welcome. It's working as long as I'm remembering to make it work. Bake bread with the start player Clockwork Man. I think my plan still works with taking 2 wood here. Is that true? Or do I do the really crazy 1 clay action here? Could also take 2 food. This could be my food action. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2. This is my food action here. Yeah, I think the plan doesn't work unless I'm putting 2 wood onto cork tree. So okay, so if I have 6, I put 2 wood. I put 2 wood onto cork tree. I go down to 4. That's enough for 4 plus 1 room. I need 1 more to play Salty Tavern. Yeah. So did I do that wrong? Or I can only place 1? If I have 6, I can place 1. So I have 5 in my supply, 4 plus 1, and then 1 comes up from the thing, and then I can do 1 plus 1. Yeah, so I can only ever place 1 wood on cork tree. But if I do that exactly, then this seems like it works. Reminder that Remodeler isn't free here because you played. Yeah, because you played Start Player Clockwork Man. So I could play. So if I'm gonna get 4 wood next round, I could cork tree for 2 wood here. But if I'm only gonna get 3 wood next round, then I should cork tree for 1. So how aggressive do I want to be is kind of the question. Hmm. Have have to make the decision here. I think so. There's expensive Awk. There's expensive Awk 2 wood as the remaining good actions. Yeah, I can only place 1. And Doe takes 2 clay. Interesting. Okay. So this was essentially start player 1 wood, 2 food, which is not great, but not the end of the world. Man, and I'm getting 4 wood back. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna be kicking myself. 4 wood, clay, build, remodeler, and also I can't get it down this round. I can't get my Tavern Keeper. I can't get the Salty Tavern down with the Tavern Keeper here. So that means I counted my moves wrong, which is disturbing. So 2 wood actions, 2 miners, Tavern Keeper, Reed, Clay. 2 wood actions, 2 miners, Tavern Keeper, Build, Reed, Clay. I didn't have time for that food action. So I actually had to take 1 clay if I wanted to do that. So I screwed that up. Yeah, I think I must have forgotten one of the actions. I must have blanked on one of the actions. That's too bad. Fofo plays Fence Overseer, which is familiar to probably anyone. I got I think I just play my Tavern Keeper here. Plan to take clay next round. Take a better clay action than is currently available to me next round. Oh well, you know what? I lose out on the food in the round 7 harvest, but I gain on saving myself an action in stage 1. Although saving yourself an action when it's a day labor is questionable. But I guess what I do now is this does kind of put me in a better spot for taking like start player when I'm protecting family growth. The food wasn't required because Cork feeds me. So I started with 3 food. So if Tavern Keeper was free and I got 2 activations of Cork, even if Tavern Keeper wasn't free, I could have been fine in the first harvest. I mean, if Tavern Keeper activates. I didn't need that 2 food action. I should have actually taken 1 clay. To get this out in round 4, I could have taken 1 clay. Oh well, that happens. Room goes here because of corral. Oh, save a wood, get a food. I could take 2 reed. I could also take the clay action. I think either of those are reasonable. I'll take my clay here because it also potentially turns on slapdash renovation as a playable miner. Yeah, I just counted my actions wrong at the start of the game. I thought I could afford a day labor food action, and I was wrong. Yeah, I just screwed that up. Got the math wrong there. 2 miners, awk, build, 2 wood actions, clay action, reed action. Yeah, I just got that wrong. So Fofo needs food. Ideally wants to pick up 3 food here because Fofo wants to have enough food to fence over C next round. I think Doe Academy is debating whether 6 wood is going to fall to him. Or if he's going to be forced to first action build. Yeah, looks like start player into 6 wood is available for bake bread, which means 4 wood falls to me. Yeah, Fofo being at 0 food after this harvest is pretty sad. This game should be reasonably resource plentiful, even with the childcare worker, because Miser, Fence Overseer, Remodeler are all pretty nice in that respect. Start player reed exchange for bake bread. Cool. Yeah, I like reed exchange with my 4 clay, and I'm not sure what 2 of it's going to. Yeah, I am really, really happy to take that. I get plus FG feed 4. It's Reno here. So it should be 6 wood, and then I'll take 4 wood. And now with the reed exchange play, I'm ready to build another room. Okay. So, is there any reason not to play Scapegrace in stage 2? Be Hoarder. That would be the reason. Lure Maker is gone. Even though I have a couple wood miners, I'm not playing it at this point. So the question would be, do I want to play Hoarder? And if I'm building a room and thinking about Stonehouse extending, then the answer is no. I'm not going to hoard. So I could just drop a Scapegrace here. Especially if I don't need to start player. The only situation where it's kind of bad, like there's no way Fofo's building here. Like Fofo might even be taking sheep here. And I'm not worried about Doe Academy start playering into Fofo building, because that would just be crazy. I guess Bake Bread could build. So if Fofo doesn't build, okay, so Bake Bread will probably build now. So if Bake Bread builds, The thing is, Big Bread really wants to build a stable as well. Like, Big Bread building here and not building a stable with Remodeler on the board already, that, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I think this is a scrappy game all around. I could throw down a 4-point Scapegrace. Start player Woodcart. Perfect. Perfect. I am absolutely playing Scapegrace here. Jeez. Lumen with a party of 18. Wow. Welcome, guys. Playing some classic Agricola. No ABCD cards here. This is Blackjack Davies Seasons format. We're playing E to G6 with a couple of Blackjack Davies small format cards. What set are the green cards from? The green cards are all cards that have been built by the Play-agricola player base. They haven't. The Play-agricola player base has designed them. They haven't officially been printed for a lot of the green cards. But some of them are also not green, which makes it also weird. Hey, hello, Philip. What strategy am I going for? I'm going for the all my cards are really terrible strategy. I kind of counter drafted. There's a plow driver in the draft. I sort of counter drafted them with my first couple picks, but really the draft was quite weak, which is why I just played a round 2 Scapegrace, which gives me 4 points, but prevents me from playing any more occupations. Got Silo Builder here for Fofo. That's a good card. Okay, so Fofo has Silo Builder and Fence Overseer. So that's probably now the best thing going on in the game. The problem is Fofo's growing last. Is that still true, actually? No. Fofo's growing second now. But then feeding in round 7 might be awkward. Yeah. I honestly could read Exchange here to pressure Fofo's build, but Baked Bread is doing that anyway, so I think I just throw down my Salty Tavern here. So I get a food, use the last cork tree wood. Oh, I didn't even have to grow here. That was stupid. Man, boy, you could tell I have not played in like 3 months. Oh man, or more than that. Oh, I played. I've been playing in this, but aside from that, I probably haven't played Agricola. And yeah, I've played like 3 games in the last 8 months. So this is flop. This is gonna be sloppy. Apologies in advance for that. Apologies in advance. And streaming certainly ups the difficulty level. In general, though, going for big house stuff, I've got Tavern Keeper in play. Tavern Keeper, classic card, giving me a food and a grain in the harvest if I have an empty space. And then I've got this new miner, which is Blackjack Davies, called the Salty Tavern, which functions where I can convert grain into bonus points plus food over time. So I had a nominal plan of getting this activated in the stage 1 harvest, but I counted my actions wrong. I needed to take a 1 clay action instead of a 2 food day labor, and didn't do that. So yeah, so Fofo's actions are pretty much growth, take food the rest of the way. Where'd that? Oh, the stable. I was gonna say it's from the Silo Builder. That's where that grain's from. I mean, yeah. This is a funny game because of the guest room and the remodeler. But like, I still think there's a lot of incentive for people to build rooms here, right? Still think there's really high levels of incentive to build rooms here. Like I'm building here, which forces Bake Bread to first action build next round. Which they're probably fine with, to be fair. Scholar. So this is a first pick Scholar from Doe Academy into a Plow Driver. Nice. Yeah, okay. I wasn't that impressed by five food guest room Plow Driver, but with the first pick Scholar, okay. Yeah, that's something. That's something. I think I need the plow space to be pretty open because I probably need this corral to be pretty good, right? I probably need to Stonehouse extend and play corral. I probably need to do both of those things. And if I do that, then like one big field is not, or one big pasture is not as bad because of course corral gives you diversity of lets you hold different animal types. Ported silk here. So maybe Doe Academy will go for the BMW. Hmm. Oh, Bake Bread did not build. Uh, okay, that means I'm building. It's Shepherd Boy here from Doe Academy. I mean, you still need a way to eat those sheep or hold them, but presumably asking if you get it this round. Yes, no, you don't. Because when Scholar activates, the round card has already been flipped. Yeah, round card has already been flipped here. We good to continue? All right. So I'm getting one food from the tavern keeper. I'm getting one food from the salty tavern. So that puts me at 4. So I need 2 more. I could reedstone food, build the clay oven because I would still get a grain to place on the salty tavern. Fruit tree here for Fofo. Is Doe Academy just gonna like fence 6 here? Bake bread taking food. I think this is fine. I'll read stone food here. And then my last action can be clay oven, or it can either be clay oven or day labor. Which do I want it to be? Like, I don't really have a baking game, so I'm not really that interested in the clay oven, but it is sort of my long-term feeding strategy. Or, sorry, this Salty Tavern is not going to be a perfect long-term feeding strategy. Like, I'm turning my grain into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 food with Salty Tavern, plus a point. The fact that it didn't activate it in stage 1 definitely hurts. That definitely hurts. But getting 4 family members to just start like plowing like crazy with corral, I don't mind that. Especially because we know the plow driver is not going to need to plow that much. Bofo's playing horseman here. Okay. So now is really where I have to decide. How do I feed the rest of the game? So how would I feed in round 9 if I don't bake here? If I don't bake here, it's probably got to be a cooking hearth and taking boar, which is no guarantee. Playing the clay oven on major minor though is gonna suck when I run out of stuff to do on the improvement space though. Maybe okay. This feels really bad, but I think this is the play here. So I get 2 food and a grain. 1 grain goes here. I guess I can mark it as a point. And now, yeah, so I get food grain and then grain into food point. And then the rest of each of the remaining harvests, I get a food for those, so I can feed 6. It would be cool if I could somehow, maybe if I'm having feeding troubles, I just don't grow into this extra room. But not growing in round 8 when I have the option to seems crazy, right? That would be crazy. That would be crazy for me not to do that. Okay, so I could still make a cooking hearth. Like, I have the dairy supply here, which gives me food if I have a cooking hearth. I think I'm opening 4 clay here because This means I get a cooking hearth. Yeah, because Fofo's got no clay, and this baked bread is probably going to be baking. So I think I let baked bread grow here. And focus on getting my feeding sorted out. So in this case, it's having a lot of actions in a cooking hearth. That's my feeding plan. And if I build the fireplace, I can upgrade it. I really need one more clay. Yeah, I really want one more clay so that I can 3 clay fireplace and slapdash reno and reno. But taking another clay action would be kind of ugly. So doing a clay action just to play slapdash reno is probably not worth it. Because I don't really need, if I 3 clay fireplace, I don't really need clay anymore this game. Like, I just don't play Reed Exchange, I don't play Slapdash Reno, you know. I'm really glad I didn't pass Stonehouse Extension. Man, can you imagine if Doe Academy also had Stonehouse Extension here? Yeah. Quite the auto farming strategy here for Doe Academy. Only saving grace is that Reno flipped, or Family Growth flipped at a reasonable time, and I'm growing quite quickly. Wait, is Baked Bread renovating here instead of growing? Oh, that is surprising to me. That is quite surprising to me. Protecting the clay oven, maybe? Okay. Well, there's no way that Fofo is gonna let me get these sheep here, right? As soon as I cooking hearth, those sheep are gone. Do I try to let Fofo make a mistake in family growth with this move? And throw down the slapdash reno? Yeah, I guess I do that. I'll be interested to see how Doe Academy gets grain. I'm guessing that Doe Academy took the sleeping corner because sleeping corner with the Stonehouse strategy really lets you get away with like this 2 room stuff. Oh no, he took guest room out of the pack. So that means Fofo's probably got or is it baked bread? One of them has Doe Academy with Loom here. That's big. That's big. So first pick Loom and first pick Scholar really making me sad that I passed the cards that I did. Like I could have blocked this Shepherd Boy and I just took like a terrible Truffle Digger. But yeah, the first pick Scholar and Loom really, really got paid off there for Doe Academy. I may as well do I cooking hearth here? Or do I fireplace? I guess I cooking hearth. I need another clay action either way, so. Okay, so I'm getting 2 food in the harvest, one from my miner. Two food from my miner in the harvest. Putting me at 3. I need to pick up approximately at least 5 food this round, which probably is going to involve taking a vegetable, which is a bit sad. Yeah, yeah, it's quite sad. Man, a couple extra food from Cork Tree. I hedged my bet the wrong way. I did the safe play and then it didn't. I did the safe play thinking I'm getting that grain down, and I'm not even getting the grain down, which is not good. Really not good. Yeah, and then also boar not flipping here is too bad. Because if I got a 2 boar action next round, I would feel quite good. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. No problem. Scholar the well. Yeah. Yeah, late stone also is going to make this stonehouse extension tough to play. I mean, the first focus is getting my feeding sorted. I think it's likely going to be correct to build another room just because of the Tavern Keeper activation. Like, it's not impossible that I do it in 11, especially if stone flips in 10. 3 and 2, maybe a couple of redstone food actions. All right, how am I feeding myself? 4 clay action. Taking redstone food is an option. So we know family growth coming back for baked bread. Fofo would be fine with clay. I don't know that she needs it in particular. Could just start plowing, but I think the board dries up pretty quickly for me if I don't take this redstone food. The redstone food, at least, if I get a couple of those, then I could think about building like a guild. Like I could build the BMW with this reed exchange and 2 extra clay. Although reed exchange build BMW not usually so good when you build 5 rooms. Yeah, Fofo could maybe is gonna fence dealer, fence oversee, and plow again, with an eye on getting 2 grain fields down for sleeping corner. Could be something like that. In which case I get the clay back. Well, what is Doe Academy? Yeah, hard to say what Doe Academy is doing as well, I suppose. Yeah, so I don't love this from Doe Academy. Like, one of the reasons that you play Scholar is to play all these crappy miners that are barely worth an action. So Doe Academy's taken start player a couple times to play them, and I don't love that. I mean, Loom is good, but like it could have been played with Scholar, right? But I guess the board is not great to collect major improvements. I'll take the clay. I'm going to try to line up. Like, dairy supply will help me decently with feeding in the next stage. It's just this stage that is annoying to get through. But once I start being able to pick up a pair of cattle or a pair of boar, then my feeding issues mostly go away. One vegetable taken. I have the only remaining moves. So one of them's going to be traveling players. One of them's Reno. Would really like to play Corral on Reno. So maybe it's not Reno then. So what, I have 2 more food coming in the harvest, so I think I do need 1 more food here, which really sucks. Yeah, taking vegetable would have been an option. Yeah, I guess I'm day laboring here. Yikes! Hey, Relicran, welcome. This has been a reasonably poorly played game by me. I think I made a really big mistake planning my stage 1 about getting this Salty Tavern activated in stage 1 and then didn't make it happen. Especially because I was going to do it with the first room. And I did build the first room, which was good. Like, the whole point was Tavern Keeper and Salty Tavern activate in the round 1, stage 1 harvest. And I didn't do that because I miscounted my actions. And I did a day labor action that was not good. And the other thing is, this game has been like reasonably food hungry, which has been quite annoying. It's been quite annoying. This game has been quite food hungry. Anyways, I like 3 wood and plow. After that, I'm gonna start filling up fishing and sheep so that I can play dairy supply this round. I'll play dairy supply on Slapdash Reno, and then probably take another Reedstone food action, which hopefully is the last Reedstone food action that I need, unless I'm building the BMW, which I'm not planning on doing. Root Digger is the Field Watchman on Reno. Do I just have to open 2 sheep here? Is it that dire? I think if I'm taking fishing, I'm okay. I think I can open with this wood action. Like, the only person who's competing with me for plow is Fofo. And Fofo also wants the sheep action. So I think we can share. Fofo and I can share. But Fofo might prioritize the wood over the plow. Defense Overseer, she really only needs 4 more wood this whole game. So maybe not. Is this another start player when you're already the start player from Doe Academy? Oh, yikes. Yikes. Well, it's a scrappy game all around, I suppose. Because Doe Academy would obviously prefer to be doing different stuff than this. At least I hope so. But taking the 1 cattle. Fofo takes the sheep. That's fine. So I'm plow, fish, Reno, 2 wood, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, I planned a game where I would score a lot of off the board points, and I mean, I'm at 6 right now. The problem is, like, if I don't have a point producing major, and like Doe Academy and Fofo are both going to have high scoring farms. Not so sure about Baked Bread. Like, Baked Bread's feeding is quite ugly here. Really relying on that repeated 1 grain action. Oh, I don't even fish, because Fofo just took fishing. Okay. I mean, Doe Academy's... Well, I guess Dairy Supply is a terrible miner to play with Scholar. But, hopefully Doe Academy's emptied their... Gonna empty their hand of, well, it seems like they have. I don't know. Hard to say. What passing miners have gone around? It's just Reed Exchange, I think. So they should have a couple more. So I'm going to Dairy Supply. Am I going to Dairy Supply? When am I playing Corral? Probably on... I could start player. Let's do this first. Get that out of the way. So eat the sheep right away to get net, and I'll keep the cattle. And then I'll dash over to Reedstone Food. Dash to RSF. And then last move, could play Corral here, but there's no real rush for me to play Corral. Could take 2 stone here. Could take start player to get 4 wood next round. Could take 2 wood. Maybe I just take 2 wood. I want a 2-stone action and a 3-stone action. Is that a reasonable thing to hope for? I might get 3-stone first move next round. Make sure I played Dairy Supply right. But yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so Doe Academy, like, are you just sitting on start player here until Family Growth Without Room comes up? Like, what is on the board here for you? 3 wood, because you need 3 wood for your next Master Fencer fencing? Taking a crop, I suppose? But yeah, I think it's mostly just 3 wood, right? That Doe Academy wants? You don't have enough actions to go to build more major improvements, really, right? This game going. Oh, I'm playing quite slowly, but not. Oh, still only second at the table. Yeah, yeah, it is 3 wood for Doe Academy. Not really sure what else Doe Academy. Yeah, Doe Academy just really needs to get those Family Growth Without Room actions. I'm assuming Fofo is going to open Plow here with an eye on sowing into Sleeping Corner. 2 wood also makes sense. The wood has been pretty annoying to get. Man, I would love if someone could play a Plow and Punter could be good. That would be awesome. Just turn a wood into 2 points pretty easily. So I think I open Plow if it's there. Or do I open the stone? Maybe I open the stone. Yeah, I probably open the 3 stone. Because if I get the 3 stone here, then all I need is 2 stone and 12, and then I can Reno Stonehouse Extension and play Corral on Family Growth. Which is nice. Yeah. Okay, well, Plow's taken anyways. Plow seems like not that high priority for baked bread when you have the vegetable space, but that's all right. What this really means is that I'm gonna have a lot of really crappy actions. I'm gonna have a lot of really crappy actions, and I already have. I've done 3-day labor actions already, so the game has not been going well. So probably I should plan to build the BMW, right? Or the pottery. The BMW just makes sense with read exchange in that it's slightly better, like I have a way to turn 2 clay into 2 reed, but I could pottery as well. Like, there's not enough stone for Doe Academy to make more majors, and Bake Bread might use excess stone to do something like build the stone oven or get the stone themselves, and Fofo needs to use clay to Reno. Okay, yeah, Fofo's gotta have Sleeping Corner. That's the only reason I can think of to get this so out with this priority here. The other reason that I would BMW instead of Pottery is because it's going to need like 2 reedstone food actions, right? That's my way to get more stone is with reedstone food actions. And I'm pretty sure Fofo will start player here. But maybe she doesn't feel the need to. She could take 4 clay and then plan to reno sleeping corner. Or play start player sleeping corner in 12. Which guarantees plow sow in 13. And if family growth is flipped, you get around 12 family growth either way. Yeah, sleeping corner, so this must be on start player. Yeah, taking grain is going to be... I think it's going to be difficult to take grain the rest of the way. I could take 1 stone to get another Tavern Keeper activation here. But it's essentially like taking a food and a grain. I think it's better for me to do just about anything else. Maybe this is what I do is I take the 4 clay here and just try to dominate the major improvements because the rest of my board is not good. Farming is not going to be that efficient for me. Like everyone else is farming way more efficiently than I am. So I could reno BMW here and then take reed, or I could reno pottery here. I think I BMW and then take 2 reed. Yeah. So 3 food, a reed, and 2 food from my tavern to feed. And now I'm like first action plowing the rest of the way. And get whatever wood I can. Like it might end up being that I'm like fencing 8 just to cover spaces. Ooh, Fofo opening plow here. The plow pressure is real. All right. So I probably capped at 3. I'm capped at 3 fields at most. So room goes here, and then I'm trying to fence like 10, ideally. Oh man. Oh guys, you're not gonna do this to me. Oh, I really don't care about family growth without room. Okay, I guess I'm not making another room then. There's no way I can let the Academy family growth without room here. Jeez, they really put me in a bad spot there. They really put me in a bad spot there. Oh well, I guess I just don't Stonehouse extend. That's fine. All right, all the wood's gone. Plow's gone. The board stinks. Take a vegetable. I guess I take 2 stone over Reedstone Food. Ah, the Academy takes 2 stone. Trying to think. Is this just to try to build a major? What stone miners did I pass you? There's not like beacons or not beacons. What's the other one? There's no cloister. I mean, cloister wouldn't be any good for Doe Academy, anyways. Yeah, and I'm gonna build 2 guilds and get like barely more points than I could have got out of having played Hoarder. Yeah, this visionary into yeah, just I didn't sequence this game very well. That's too bad. I can really screw Fofo by taking 4 clay, but oh man, the sheep are gone again. No good animal actions allowed for me this game. Alright, I'll take a single stone. Womp womp. A single stone. Yeah, just the quality of my actions has been very low. 3 day labors. Cork tree ended up being only 1 wood, 2 food. That's barely better than a day labor action. It's been an ugly one. Been a real ugly game for me. Barnmaster 2. Yeah, and I shipped that super late Barnmaster. Oh man. I think I'm gonna be pretty disappointed when I look at that draft. Yeah, Barnmaster is a great card. It just did not fit at all with what I was trying to do. Or what I thought my early picks were pointing me towards. Which, to be fair, it's been crazy obnoxious getting animals this game. Like the fact that I gave this shepherd boy is like, yeah, the shepherd boy, like Barnmaster, I think was I could have taken it 5th, and I did get something useful there with the Tavern Keeper, but like having shipped this shepherd boy, that's really indefensible. Like, yeah, a visionary, like that doesn't mean I'm ever playing Truffle Digger. Yeah, really poorly played by me overall. 3 wood. I should get major minor here. If these guys let block major minor, letting Doe Academy get the pottery, that would be a bit silly on their part. Unless they've calculated they're fighting me and not Doe Academy, which is probably true actually. Man, Scholar, I would not have pegged I would not have guessed first pick Scholar, but I guess I first picked Hoarder, so like it's around the same. They're around similar power level. Obviously, the synergy level of Scholar can be much higher. No one needs to play majors anymore, right? I'm getting 2 wood pottery start player. Do I need to take a food action here? I would prefer not to. Yeah, I don't even really want. Yeah, I don't even want to play Corral anymore. I just want to fence 12 big. Yeah, start player. Yeah, if I'm not start playing, I don't need to play Corral. Yeah. Like the whole point of start player is to play Corral and then to sow my vegetable here and then Corral onto these 2 fields. But the field is only worth 1 point. So it'd be a 2 point plus sow, I think. Unless I feed with the feed a grain into Salty Tavern, which I could do. Man, baked bread is starving. All right, pottery and I could do a sow here. Yeah, actually, sow is pretty good here because it gets me 2 more Salty Tavern. I turn 2 more grain into Salty Tavern stuff, and I get a vegetable. And I end up eating my vegetable, I suppose. That's fine. G to Tavern plus FJ, and then I get another 2 more. Actually, so I'm okay then. I don't need to eat any of my stuff yet. Nicely done by Dough Academy. Gonna be around 50 points here. Oof. I mean, I think I'm beating Baked Bread. Am I beating Fofo? Probably not. Three wood. Three wood fence 12 is. Three wood fence 12 is 2 plus 9, 11 points. Yeah, Fofo doesn't really have anything better than that, to be honest. The thing is, Fofo's breeding points, and I am not. But I do have plus 8 on the board with another grain conversion. Yeah, I can't even take an animal here. I have to hope that the animals are still there for me after the fact. Boar is going to be gone. Cattle's going to be gone. Best case scenario, I get a sheep. I get 2 sheep. Which might be taken by the loom player. So I could take 4 food here for my cattle. Just get that out of the way now. That could come from fishing too. I could just open with the wood. That's fine. I'll want to take reed. So Economy's going for the stone oven. Okay. You can have the stone oven. I just want an animal grab for when I'm after my fencing. If those 2 sheep could be there, that'd be nice. 2 food, 2 points. Yeah, that'd be nice. Fence sheep 4 food. Fence sheep reads 4 food. Something like that. It's my remaining moves. Baked bread should probably be taking a vegetable here. Otherwise, you're cutting it pretty close. I mean, they still need to worry about their feeding. Like, baked bread's feeding has been as bad as mine. Probably slightly better than mine, but they've had fewer moves. They've grown a lot slower. Yeah, this game would have been very different if I had first picked Plow Driver over Hoarder. This would have been quite a different game. I wonder what. I'd be interested to know what the game looks like if I take 1 clay over day labor round 1. I would be very interested to see how that line plays out. Yeah, that would be interesting. Where those two lines have converged, it feels kind of like it. I don't know. Getting that food out, that food per turn, a bit earlier. Food per harvest. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, HIKLJ. You're not wrong. It would have been. It's not like the game goes that much quicker, but like it matters. It matters. Yeah. 56. Jeez. You are welcome, Doe Academy. You are welcome. All right, final score plus 8. Was this enough to beat Bake Bread? Yes, it was. 45. Four points from the loom. Yikes. Yeah, I think my draft really derailed. 384-408. I think my draft or my game really derailed when I didn't wheel start player in round 1. Because that's where I made the mistake. Oh my god, Plow Driver. Wow. I thought it was going to be like 3.3 to 3.8. Plow Driver stats are. I feel like that's gotten higher recently. I think it was like high 3s before. And Hoarder's stats have got worse, I'm pretty sure. I think Hoarder was like low 3s before. But yeah, so that's obviously a pretty big error on my part. Yeah, Barnmaster's good, but like with the draft as I had started it, it's like, yeah, Barnmaster was not doing anything for me. Now, can I ever take guest room here? Is like that's the line where I open Plow Driver. What do I take after Plow Driver? Like, is there a line where I take Grantor? Because I think Grantor, the line where I take Grantor is the one where I take guest room. But do I ever take Grantor here with Plow Driver? This pick is a disaster. Shipping Shepherd Boy, given the Stonehouse stuff, like I basically said, hey, if you first pick a Stonehouse stuff, like, yeah, especially since you have Loom too, like, jeez, jeez. Yeah, the draft was generally quite weak. Cork Tree looks interesting though. Could Farm School have done something for me? I mean, I took Day Labor enough times that Bonus probably could have done something for me. Salty Tavern seems good. Salty Tavern seems good. Like it's grain into it's weaker than the brewery card, but like that card is incredible, right? Because that card gives you 3 food right in the moment. This one gives you 1 food and then 1 food per harvest the rest of the game, um, which is weaker, but also its cost is quite a bit nicer, in my opinion. Two wood, 1 clay versus 3 wood, 1 stone. So, and I mean that other card, that's like you're happy to first pick that one. Whereas this one, you're like, okay, I could do something with this, and you're likely to see it late. But it's a bit like playing dentist after stage one. Like there's no point at that point. I think not getting that down earlier was a pretty big disaster. But this game may have always been a disaster for me. I mean, really, this game was probably a disaster from this pick, realistically. How much does it change? Like, if I take Plow Driver here, do I still take Visionary? I probably still take Visionary. But after Plow Driver, I certainly take Master Fencer. And then after Master Fencer, do I take Barn Master? Yeah, I might. And then I could look at Childcare Worker if I'm staying on 2 rooms. I get Shepherd Boy. And then I could take Sleeping Corner here for guaranteed family growth without room actions, or Stonehouse Extension, or Farm School. Like, the thing is, the Plow Driver line, then, like, 2 of these picks are really good. 2 of these picks would be really good for me. I get 2 of, like, Guest Room, Sleeping Corner, Stonehouse Extension, Farm School. I'd probably get 2 of those cards. Even Wine Closet could be okay. And what would I have taken here? Not Corral. Maybe Self Pasture. Maybe Dairy or yeah, hard to say. But yeah, with Plow Driver, I could have done something with Sunflower Farm. Yeah, and then Farm School comes back. Yeah. Well, that was a pretty big error on my part. Oh well. I guess I've always undervalued Plow Driver just like on its own. I viewed it as a card that mostly works with Stonehouse stuff. And maybe that's still somewhat the case, but it's probably better as like a pull. It's probably better as like a take a flyer, because when you do get the Stonehouse strategy, it's like a huge piece to that game and makes it work really well. All right, that's going to be all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Thanks, Lumen, for the raid. I'm back on... We're playing Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that one or not. I might not be home when we're playing it because the timing's like a bit awkward, so... All right.